Do you know how learning happens? What are the steps to it? What is your learning style? So here, let us understand this concept with an example. Imagine a time when you started learning how to drive a car. So the first time when you went to drive a car, probably you took help of a motor driving school, and till then you must have actually seen it running in the movies, or else you must have been accompanying someone. So there was some kind of an idea, right? So we were not something all of a sudden or some new thing happening to us as such, but sitting on the wheel, the steering for the first time is a real experience. We can call it a concrete experience that is real. Once we have tried that, we found that we made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, and we failed to make a balance between clutch and the accelerator. So they said that when you start the vehicle, you have to press the clutch, and then you start the vehicle, loosen the grip on the clutch, and then start pressing the accelerator simultaneously. But it didn't really happen with us the first time. So here what we are trying to do is, the next step is we start reflecting back on what we did and what the concept said. So it is like reflecting back on our understanding, what we experienced and what we understood, what we were told. We call it reflective observation. The third step that comes to our mind is developing some mental models, or call it abstract images. So now, once I've gone through that experience, now I have in mind that as soon as I start the vehicle, I have to keep my clutch pressed. Gradually I loosen the clutch and the other leg starts moving on the accelerator. So I created some image of it, right? And hence, the next time when I tried, there were less failures, right? I won't say that we were perfect, but of course there were less mistakes happening around. And then we started experimenting it. When I say experimenting it, you know, the experience of driving on a flat road, up on the slope, down the slope, or in case there is a speed breaker, or all of a sudden somebody comes in between, I have to press my brakes. All these things are kind of experiments to us, the different situations that can occur to us. And so we say that we became a perfect driver when we have gone through all these stages. Hence they are known as the cycle of learning. Now it might happen that we might enter some other step, not from the first step, maybe some other step we have started learning. But then this is a logical process of learning, that we had some experience, we reflect back, we conceptualize it mentally, and then we start experimenting it. So this happens to be a learning cycle or steps for learning. Now Kolb came up with a beautiful concept of learning styles inventory and gave this idea of learning cycle and said that you can enter any particular stage of cycle and move ahead, but you need all the four experiences to understand, or rather to learn the concept that you are looking forward to. Now, using these four things further, Kolb came up with an idea that there are two continuums, one that is related to the task, that is the process. So either we learn by doing it or we learn by watching it. Of course, both are important. But then these are at two extremes, either you're watching it or you are doing it. At the same time, there is another emotional understanding that either you are feeling it by being there or you are thinking about it, right? So these are the two continuums on the basis of which Kolb proposed four different learning styles. So let us begin with the first learning style, that is the divergent learning style. So in the divergent learning style, we say that you want some concrete experience, you want to feel it. It's like saying that you want to be on the driving seat, right? Feel that particular part, right? And at the same time, you want to watch as well what others are doing. So this particular learning style, when we call it diverging, we say that you want to feel and watch at the same time. And hence such people learn more while brainstorming. You do as well as hear what others are saying. Fine. So that is the learning style. By brainstorming, new idea generations come in. You work well in the team and you learn better while you're working in teams. So that is how your learning happens, and you have a lot of information gathering happening around. The next style that we talked about is assimilating, which means that you want to think as well as you want to watch. So it's like saying that I want to watch others doing it, others doing the job, as well as think about it. So it's more of developing some theoretical models wherein I learn from the theoretical models where terms and conditions apply. There are certain assumptions based on which I assume or I learn the concepts. So I have more learning theoretically. I want models to be there, I want theories to be there, and I learn from it very well. So even lecture would be a nice way of learning for me, right? Now let us come to the third learning style, that is converging, which means that I think and I do. So here what is happening is that I am actually trying to apply the theories in real life. That is, whatever I have assimilated through theories mentally, now I want to apply it. So probably it's more of a case study kind of a learning, that I learn more from the case studies. So I have a situation before me, I try to apply the concepts on those situations, and I say that yes, I am learning out of it. So that is a converging learning style. The fourth learning style says that I feel and I do, which means that I want to be on the job. I want to be on the job. I want to learn from my own mistakes. I want to learn from the mistakes of others as well. So this was something very interesting proposed by Kolb, that this is how learning happens. There's a learning cycle and there are 4 different learning styles. So we understand that there is a diverging style wherein a lot of creativity happens, a lot of brainstorming happens, and I learn from each other. Because I want to feel and watch. I want to do both. I want to be there. So here a lot of simulation can help me. I move on to the next style, which is assimilating. And here I say that I depend more on the theoretical models. So I learn from the different theories, and all theories have certain assumptions in mind. Then I say that I can learn through converging learning style, which says that I can think and I can do. I want to apply those theories in real life and find out the gaps. And then finally I said that okay, fine, the fourth style is accommodating, and here I want to feel and do. That is, I want to be on the job, and that is what we say is on the job training. So guys, these are the 4 learning styles. I hope we understand what our learning style is. It varies a lot, depends on the situation as well. Certain things we are more comfortable with one learning style, certain things we are more comfortable with other learning styles, right? Happy learning.